Hello, YouTube fam and TikTok fam. This is your boy E-Man67. I want to talk about thirsty dudes. I was at a local establishment. I don't really drink. I just had like a sugar-free ginger ale. Talking to a few people I know. There's a guy sitting next to me who I know pretty well. Decent guy. And I swear, and he's a thirsty dude. If you saw him, you can tell he don't get many women. And we were talking to the bartender, who's a person that I know, woman, fairly attractive woman. And there's nothing like a thirsty dude. And you could just tell this dude was thirsty. He was going along with whatever came out of her pie hole. Some of it was just utterly ridiculous and things that I know for a fact aren't true. And he was just nodding his head in agreement. Even knowing himself, some of the stuff she was saying was just ridiculous. And I said to her, I say a good 90% of the men who are going out with you want to sleep with you. And she was like, oh, that's not necessarily true. I said, trust me, unless they're gay, they want to sleep with you. Because she's a fairly decent looking woman. And then he starts chiming in, oh, that's not true. Me and her are going to go out to dinner. I don't want to sleep with her. And if you see this guy, he probably can't even get it up. Much older man, health issues. And he even says he can't perform. He's just basically kind of a voyeur type of dude. Not a bad guy, but he's past his prime. And he's thirsty. Thirsty for any kind of female contact. And it shows in the way he was pandering to this woman. And that is the reason why nothing will never change in the West. Ever. Because there is a limitless supply of thirsty men. This is why I say that the Western man is the weakest link when it comes to women. Arab men don't tolerate this crap. Eastern European men don't tolerate this crap. Asian men don't tolerate this crap. With the exception of the Japanese, because they've been so westernized. Their men are just checking out, and you can't blame them. Hispanic men don't tolerate this crap. They're about the only Western men that don't put up with this crap. But by and large, the Western man is just such a weak link because so many of us are so thirsty. Western men are agreeable to whatever ridiculous nonsense a woman says. And this is the reason why they're so self-entitled. And going to a local bar, a dive bar or otherwise, it's like a perfect example of it. You could just listen to all the guys just pander, telling these women who are fairly good looking what they want to hear for they can have a shot at sleeping with them. And I'm quiet. When they refer to me or ask me anything, I say, I see what you're saying. I don't give an answer. I remain neutral because I'm basically absorbing material for my videos. I try to remain neutral. Oh, and they don't like your neutrality either. The women want you to be squarely in their corner. I say, I notice you don't say much. I say, I'm just listening to what you're saying. I said, well, there's always another side to that story. What do you mean another side? See, they recognize I'm not thirsty like the rest of these dudes. And the guys are either neutral or not going along with them. They're looking for a fight. They're looking for an argument. Black women are good for that. White women too. But black women are notorious for wanting to pick a fight if you don't see eye to eye with them. And that's the West in a nutshell. Weak men that enable this stuff. Why are there passport bros? Because there are Western men who want to get away from this stuff, and it does my heart good that there is a passport bro movement. We are saying to the Western world and Western women, we have options, and we have a right to have standards as well. Just like you could say you want a tall guy with a washboard store and $1 million in the bank. Well, I don't want a woman that can cook, that can take care of a home, that doesn't have a body count in the triple digits. That's what I'm looking for. But if you say that, you're a misogynist. As I was watching, there was a guy who was more in agreement with my way of thinking, and I just wanted to, he was the one saying all this stuff. I was just watching. And then he says, pretty much something similar to what I just alluded to. He said, I don't want a woman that's been all out there like that and everything. And then he just got attacked. Oh, you're judgmental. So I kind of did something that I shouldn't have done. I chimed in and said, well, are you allowed to have your standards? Right? I said to the bartender, she said, yeah. Okay, you like short guys or tall guys? Oh, my man gotta be taller than me. Okay, but there are a lot of nice short guys out there. Don't you think you're being unfair to him? I said, no, that's not my preference. Okay. Women that's been out there like that, running the streets, it's not his preference. Why doesn't he have a right to have that? And then when I said that, all the women just looked at me. Well, that ain't quite the same. I said, why ain't it the same? You can have standards, but he can't. And then when they don't have a rebuttal for you, just this dead silence. There was one level-headed woman said, you know what, you got a point. But for the most part, they were all like a bunch of cackling hens trying to come in for the attack. And then all the thirsty dudes, oh man, that ain't fair though. That ain't, what about men who go out there? It's different for men and women. Man could sleep with 100 women and psychologically he ain't phased at all. But if a woman does it, and even a lot of you women will agree, there's just something mentally that does something to her. Because she allowed all these different men to enter her. A lot of you know women who have high body counts. They are not very ladylike women. And then there was all these thirsty dudes trying to defend or go against the men who said they have standards. Thirsty, and these women were fairly attractive. But I just said, you guys just don't want to rock the boat. All you want to do, you guys are trying to position yourselves for y'all could hook up with one of these women and you're just agreeing with whatever nonsense they say. Thirsty men have been the bane of Western society and have brought us to this point. Men are afraid to speak up against women. It's one of the reasons why the MCU is pretty much on its last leg. Kevin Feige is just, now they're going to have an all-female X-Men. They're going to have a lady Silver Surfer. And Kevin Feige is just sitting there letting it happen. He's going to pretty much let the MCU just be destroyed over wokeness. Weak, thirsty men. Well, that's my wrap for today. And remember, my MGTOW and Red Pill brothers, be the best version of yourself for yourself and not for female validation. I'm out.